Greetings YouTube, my name is Fred and welcome to the first video of Fredography Studios. I am an aspiring photographer. I want to dip into some cinematography as well and eventually filmmaking. This channel is all about chronicling my journey from beginner, which I am very much a beginner right now, I literally just bought my first camera. This is a Canon EOS M50. Came highly recommended on YouTube as being one of the best cameras out there for beginners. So I dropped the money and here we go. A little bit of personal history. I'm not new to working with images. I used to use a program called Poser, which offered computer-generated 3D figures that I would put in superhero costumes and pose and set the lighting in the image and render the image and take it into Photoshop and mess with it there. And it was essentially what I like to call virtual photography. And after getting this camera, I learned that that is very much the case because a lot of the terminology and a lot of the principles were exactly the same working with that Poser program. I stopped using that a long time ago because I don't have the hardware to handle it anymore. And I mean, the software will not run on my computer anymore. Like literally, this computer is a piece of crap. It's about 2 steps above an abacus at this point. So yeah, I got my first camera and decided to start down this journey of photography and videography. And there is a very good reason that I did this. Let's just dip into my recent personal history. Back in 2016, at the age of 37, I had heart surgery. It didn't teach me my lesson though, so I just kept behaving badly and consuming the wrong things, and eventually, this last April, it gave me a heart attack. And while they caught the blockage in time the first time around to not cause any heart damage, some damage was done to the heart with the attack. So I found myself a little worse off than I was before. And I'm trying to keep low stress levels where I work, which is impossible because I work in food service and people can be assholes in food service. The stress levels there are very high, so I need to get out of there. That's one reason. That's one reason that I've chosen this, because photography does seem like it could be a fairly stress-free profession. I mean, I imagine it's got its moments because all jobs do, but from the looks of it, it's something that I would really enjoy doing. Also, after the heart attack, exactly 1 week after the heart attack, actually, my mother passed away. It was just about the hardest period of time in my life. I never want to go through something like that again, although nothing else that I could ever go through would ever compare to it. But one of the results of this during the aftermath, when everything was being set up for well, we didn't have a funeral, we did a celebration of life, and when everything was being set up for that, I was handed literally every single photo album that my mother ever put together. Just photos upon photos upon photos upon photos, some water damaged, some perfect. I even found pictures of my father in there, and he died at age 36 from a heart attack too, so it's in my family. I knew this was coming. But digging through Mom's photo albums, it really showed me how much of a love she had for taking photos. And I feel like this could be a good way to honor her memory. She had thousands of pictures in there. Some of me, some of my cousins, some of my sister, some of people that I know, a lot of them of people that I have never met in my entire life. She chronicled not only her own life, but the lives of those around her, and I figured, you know what? I'd like to do that. I have been avoiding pictures for most of my adult life. A lot of the pictures I have are from when I was a child, aside from a few selfies here and there on Facebook. But I kind of want to do that. I want to chronicle my life. And you know what? If I can make a little bit of money off of it as well, all the better. I can actually really make a good living doing photography, I think. I think I've got an eye for it. And at the end of my videos, I'll likely showcase some of my work. I'll put up some pictures and put some pleasant, free-to-use music in there because I am not actually very well off just yet. Hoping to change that with some photography work. I actually have my very first paying client right now, potentially. She contacted me just tonight, actually, and hopefully something can be set up. One of the reasons I'm starting this channel is to chronicle my journey from beginner photographer all the way to the end, to wherever the hell this is going to wind up. I have no idea how far this is going to go or what it's going to entail, but as I said before in the beginning of this video, I really hope to dip my toes into some cinematography and filmmaking, and this channel can be a showcase for my work, for my still images, and for eventually the short films that I'd like to produce, the feature films that I'd like to put together. I'd like for this channel to be kind of an inspiration to people. Anybody starting out in photography, like I am right now, come along with me. Let's go on this journey together. Watch what I do, watch the mistakes I make, watch my triumphs, and anybody out there who has experience in photography, if you're watching this channel, if you're watching my videos, offer some advice. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Look at my work. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. I've started up a DeviantArt page, and I know it's not the greatest place to go for your photography. I did some research. There really is no good photography places anymore online. But I worked with DeviantArt back when I was doing my poser images, and I'm familiar with it mostly. It has changed a little bit, but I'm mostly familiar with it, and so far I've gotten kind of a good reaction on what I've been putting up. I'll put a link to that down below in the description. Yeah, this is really just a way for me to get out of my stressful life and calm it down a little bit, make some real money, make people happy, do something creative that I'm enjoying, and maybe inspire some people along the way. Who knows what's going to come from this? I will say that I may not be able to upload every week. I'll try to upload every other week. The reason for that is my computer is a piece of crap, as I've mentioned. I have very limited storage space. I have very limited processing capabilities with this thing. I was trying to use DaVinci Resolve 17, but it wouldn't run at all on my computer. I'm using Windows 8 right now because I was too stupid to upgrade to the free Windows 10 when they offered it. And now they're going to have Windows 11, which is going to make everything obsolete anyways. It's hard to keep up with, especially on the money that I make right now. But yeah, I was trying to use DaVinci Resolve 17, wouldn't run. So I tried DaVinci Resolve 16, wouldn't run. The earliest version of DaVinci Resolve that I could find that would potentially run was like 12.4 or something, and even it wouldn't run. So at a loss, and trying to figure out what I could do, I eventually settled on VSDC. It runs like a charm. It doesn't have all the features as DaVinci Resolve does, but it is sufficient for my purposes right now. And eventually, if I make enough money doing my photography, I can upgrade my equipment. I'm having trouble with the microphone on this thing right now. I got the Canon M50 Creator Kit, and it worked fine for a while, but now I can't actually, and if anybody has a solution to this, please let me know in the comments below. I can't have the mic attached to the top of the camera. I recorded this video already, and I had to re-record it because the microphone was attached to the top of the camera, and I was getting a static noise. I was almost getting a feedback. So yeah, I have it just kind of dangling off the side of the camera right now. That's the only way I've found to get the microphone to work, and it's a good camera, but the audio in camera itself isn't the greatest. So the microphone is kind of necessary, and I really don't want to have to buy another one. So yeah, that's me. I'm going to try to use VSDC to throw some of my pictures at the end of the video with some free-to-use music. And you know, if you like what you're watching, go ahead and like the video. Maybe subscribe to the channel. Maybe click the little bell at the bottom of the screen that notifies you when I've uploaded new videos. I hope you like my channel. Have fun, YouTube.